Hello. Today I want to talk to you about two words that are often used and thrown around in our society that have, in a very negative kind of connotation, in a negative way. And those two words are selfish and self-centered. Oftentimes we hear these things being used to accuse people of, of behaving in a way that's just badly towards other people in our society. But I want to really make a distinction here. And what I'm hoping for is that by making this distinction, that one of these words begins to emerge as a powerful support for you in your life as you move forward. And that distinction is that selfishness really comes at the cost of someone else. It is when our behavior is conducted in such a way that someone else is reduced or belittled in a way as a result of our behavior. But self-centeredness is actually a very different thing, and it recognizes the positive, healthy value of caring for you as that self. You are the center of your universe. Now I know it kind of sounds bad, doesn't it? Like it might even make you a little bit uncomfortable to think, what? I'm allowed to behave in a self-centered way? Oh my gosh, I can't be self-centered. But hear me out. Think about the sun in our own solar system. In fact, the sun is this incredibly large body compared to the other bodies in the solar system, and energy comes from it in huge amounts in the form of warmth and various spectrums of light. And in fact, the bodies which are locked in a orbit around that sun are held there as a result of its energy coming out from it and those gravitational poles, those gravitational forces, meaning that the sun is at the center of the solar system. And you and I would no sooner point at the sun and wag our fingers and say, oh, you're behaving in a self-centered manner. In fact, what we really want in our heart of hearts is that the sun take care of itself so that it can continue to provide that life-giving warmth and light to us day in and day out. Because if one day we found out that the sun was sick and it wasn't putting out as much light or energy, why, that would have very dire consequences for you and I. And so too is it with you and I. We are also at the center of our solar system. We reside in an ecosystem with us as the life-giving warmth and energy giver at the center of that particular solar system. And so doesn't it make sense that you would want to care for that person, that being, that self, the heart at the center of the very universe in which you live? I used to make this quote about the number of decisions that were made in a day to many of my clients, and I would say that we make on average 4,000 decisions, and I decided to go back and look up that statistic, and I was grossly wrong in that statistic. Actually, it has been proven that the average person makes up to 35,000 decisions a day. That's just a mind-boggling, staggering number of decisions that people make in a day, and when you really break it down to all the little minutiae, going left or going right, picking that up or not picking it up, what you want for breakfast or for dinner. All these decisions, no matter how small they are, begin to be like a ball roll or a snowball rolling downhill and picking up steam. They begin to cluster together, and small decisions become big decisions, and big decisions begin to manifest themselves and materialize in your life in the form of actions and things that happen, and suddenly material possessions are in place as a result. And so if you make 35,000 decisions today, don't you want the self that's at the center of that universe to be in a good place? Don't you want it to be in its optimal condition so that it gives the kind of life-giving and warmth and energy that your universe deserves? Don't you want to create an ecosystem or an environment around that self so that those 35,000 decisions are being made in the best possible environment? So that what comes next in your life, what happens in your life, is all being born out of caring for the very source of energy that's at the center of that universe. So I say this year, take some time to be self-centered. Take some time to care for you at the center of your universe. And if this resonates with you, reach out to me so we can begin to honor the self at the center of your universe.